This is Scott. Every day he wakes up, listens to the radio, eats breakfast, and catches the 8:15 bus to work. Except at the weekends, when he can sleep a little longer and sometimes has a cooked breakfast with his wife Paula. Bacon sandwich. But today is not the weekend. Bacon sandwich. Scott has been feeling a bit low for a while. He just can't put his finger on it. Why is the world so messed up? Why is there so much suffering, and what on earth can he do about it? Where, oh, where is hope? One day, it seemed like hope had just drifted away, like the light had just faded.
This, as a new climate report reveals the Earth is warming faster than previously thought.
A magnitude 5.5 earthquake has struck Japan's southwestern prefecture of Kagoshima.
这种严重危害对检查香港法治、破坏香港社会秩序、损害香港的根本利益，是对一国两制底线的公然挑战。我们对此予以强烈谴责。
Eight hot singles now. Hot triple X babes. Exotic brides are waiting for you. Black Friday mega deals. All your medical needs. Jim, I think the spam filters need updated again. I'm getting those,
What's more, Scott's wife, Paula, is 8 months pregnant with their first child. They're happy about that, but Scott wonders what kind of screwed-up world awaits his offspring.
Sorry. Hello? You okay? Yeah. A kick? A movement? That's great, honey, but I'm at work just now. I know, it's just that I've got... Yeah, I know, honey, but it's just... You know how Frank gets about personal calls. Yeah, okay. Chocolate spread, Nutella, and pickles. Right, okay. Okay, I'll be home at 6, but you phone me if anything. Yeah, I know, Pet. But the bag's all packed in front of the wardrobe. I know, honey. Another month. But we're ready. Okay, I have to go. Yeah, I love you too. Mwah. Just, Paula. Just feeling a bit blur today. Not long now.
But she's not the only one feeling blur, is she, Scott? No, you're sick too. Sick and tired of it.
Wait. That's it.
What an idea, Scott. You need a sick day. You're going to ask for a day off, aren't you? You go for it, Scott.
Excuse me, Frank. Sorry to interrupt. I'm not feeling all that great today. I was just wondering if you wouldn't mind if I took the day off. I'm just feeling a bit blah.
Well done, Scott. A bold move.
Let me ask you something, Scott. How many households in the UK currently own an air fryer? I'll tell you, 51%. And that total is set to rise by another 22% over the next 2 years. Why? Because it's quick and energy efficient. And it's most popular with households that have children. I have 3 myself. Children, that is, not air fryers. Although there would be nothing wrong with that if I did. And those hungry little beggars don't like to wait around for their chicken nuggets. But that's all people think about when they think air fryers. They think chicken nuggets or chicken goujons. And let's face it, Scott, you won't get that kind of crispiness from a conventional oven. Which is why I need you on the team, Scott. I need you to be here to sell those air fryer cookbooks to tell people that they can do more with their air fryer than they could ever possibly imagine. Walk with me, Scott. Do you realize that last week one of our customers cooked a pie in her air fryer? Are you hearing me? A pie.
Was it a steak pie or?
Doesn't matter, Scott. The filling is not relevant to the point of the story. You have a baby on the way, my son. That's going to change everything. You're going to need a household appliance that serves up fast food fast. And give it 2 years, you're going to be going through those chicken nuggets like a duck goes through crackers. And let me let you in on a little secret. There could be opportunities ahead for a guy like you. I shouldn't really be telling you this, but we're looking at blenders next. The Blender Bible, Scott, a big sponsorship deal. We're talking smoothies, banana milkshakes, and you, son, with a baby on the way, you could be the perfect guy to take the lead on this. Think of all the crap that you could be blending. Spaghetti bolognese. That's all I'm saying. The world is your lobster. So you have your day off until you feel less blah. But you come back to me ready to change the world one kitchen appliance at a time. Because remember, Scott, time and tide wait for no man. Carpe diem, Scott. Seize the day.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Frank. Oh, see you tomorrow.
Yes, Scott. Go on, my son, you Pilgrim of Hope. Leave that office, get down those stairs, go forth into the street, into the world, and find your hope. But be warned, this quest is not for the faint of heart. For along the way, you shall have many encounters. As our hero breathes the polluted air of the city street, drinking in the vastness of the world around him, a voice from behind interrupts his musing.
You all right, pal?
Yeah, I was just taking a moment.
You're going to take your moment elsewhere. Because if you're standing there, people can't see me in this doorway with my magazine, and they're not going to give me in it.
I'm terribly sorry, I didn't realise. Here, look. Take this. I'm sorry, I don't carry much cash. Everything's contactless.
Ah, that's very decent of you. You know, most folk just fire a coin at you rather than risk touching your hand or making eye contact. whatever it is you're staring up at the sky for. Let me know if you find it, will you?
I wasn't really staring, I was just,
Well, you look like you're looking for something anyway.
just, hope, I suppose. Been a bit low on it recently.
Oh! Well, you're not going to find it floating down for the sky or in one of the lit up signs over there. Unless your idea of hope is subscribing to Sky TV or buying a new car. You don't look like that type. The shallow type. No. You're a seeker, I'd say.
Oh yeah? You seem to know a bit about this. Where would you suggest I look?
Down. On the ground. On the street. Keep looking, you'll find it. There's tons of folk looking for it. Hundreds of them. Just don't try finding anything you snort up your nose or inject into your arm. That was my mistake. Took me ages to get clean. I lost everything. Eventually I did get clean.
Oh yeah? And did you find it? Hope, I mean.
Aye. Suppose you could say I did.
But then you're still out, living in the streets.
Hope's not about having what you want. It's about keeping going, believing that one day you might. I'm guessing you've got a house and a job and maybe even a car. But you're the one that's out trying to find hope. Keep looking, Seeker. That hope can be a slippery wee bugger. Good luck.
Thanks. Hey, you take care, eh?
And so our hero Scott journeys on, seeking inspiration amidst the sounds of the street.
Hey, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Gather round. Lovely to have your company. This sex song is a reworking of a classic because we don't want to have to pay the royalties. And it goes out to you, son, the glum-looking guy in the white t-shirt, because you look like you need to hear this, son. That's the wonder of wonderful you. A wonderful you. Well, thank you very much.
I'm sorry. I've no change.
Excuse me, sir. You've any idea how you'll be voting in the next election? What are your thoughts on Scottish independence? Do you believe that the autonomy gained free from the oppression of a Westminster government could secure a new hope for Scotland's economy?
A new hope? Hope is an awfully strong word. I mean, can any political party really restore hope?
We have to hope for better. Even if only one individual can make a difference in a world of indifference. Take a flyer and think about it. We can make Scotland great again.
Thanks.
Would you like a flyer for our lunchtime theatre show? It's sort of political avant-garde, kind of agitprop philosophical meta-theatre show. Starts in 5 minutes.
Sure. What's that about?
Well, it's kind of existential, sort of like a search for meaning. We're really pushing the envelope with this one, exploring boundaries and transcending the politics of gender and identity.
So it's a play about the human person. Is there hope? Is that the message?
Sure, that's cute. I mean, if that's your thing, sounds kind of simplistic, but I mean, no offense, this is theater. If we wanted to give you a message, we could have just posted it in the mailbox. Why don't you just come see it?
Okay, I suppose.
And so Scott takes a bold step into the unknown. He journeys into the darkness of the claustrophobic theater space. And as the door closes behind him and the other 3 people in the audience, his heartbeat quickens.
Breaking free from the heart of the colony, we strive, ever working, ever searching, ever searching. Oh, Queen, vicious and foreboding, you take from me my leaf, and with every bite you consume my hope. Trauma, pain, we are all but ants waiting to be fried under a giant magnifying glass.
As the show progresses, Scott has come to the conclusion that it is a depressing drama therapy solo show. Hope seems further than ever, and what's more, something more imminent is calling him.
I think I fancy a pub lunch.
Go on, Scott, you legend.
You all right there? You looking for food? Well, before you start, we've no soup, we've no fish. I think I'll just have the southern fried chicken wrap, please. Anything to drink? It's got chipotle mayonnaise in it, so it's a wee bit spicy. You all right with that? Yeah. I'll just have a pint of the guest ale, please. And 1 pint of constipated honey badger.
Scott continues to peruse the menu, but haunted by the words of his employer, Frank, he feels compelled to ask.
The chicken goujons in the wrap, cooked in an air fryer for extra crispiness. What? You know one of them food bloggers, are you? With one of them in last week. You're going to whip out your smartphone and start tweeting to the world of your remarkable insights in your pub lunch. There's nothing rips my knitting more than some wannabe have-a-go-Joe food critic blabbing all over the internet. I have an HNC in hospitality and I oversee the food in here, and no, you don't understand. It's just that I write cookbooks for air fryers. What? Like chicken nuggets? And goujons? I mean, it doesn't really stop there, but never mind. I'll just have the pie, beans and chips. No, you'll know. You'll know here, Pay. You'll have your goujons. Right. Tap it there. Sorry to my wife. We're expecting a baby. Don't forget the Nutella. Oh, aye. Congratulations. This your first? Yeah. I'm a late starter. What about you? You got kids? A goldfish, a labradoodle, and a cockapoo. I've nothing against babies, mind. I just haven't had time. I was a carer for my brother until recently. Died last month. I'm very sorry to hear that. Da. He's a war veteran. Last tour of duty really screwed him up. Gave it all to protect people, Ken. Is it really worth it, eh? You look at some of the cretins you get in here, eh? Selfish, most of them. Makes you wonder if people are really worth the effort, eh? Truth is, what good does it do going to the other side of the world to get your leg blown off to defend people's freedom? What do we learn from it? There's always another war to replace the last one. Iraq, Afghanistan, Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Palestine, Sudan. The list goes on. You know how much we spent globally in war last year, eh? $2,444 billion. And that's gone up by about 6% over the last 2 years. In the UK, we spent nearly £60 billion. Why? Because my bomb's bigger than your bomb. My gun's bigger than your gun. Well, how about if we just stopped buying bombs, eh? And ended world hunger instead? We could do it, Ken. But the trouble is, who goes first? How can you really trust your neighbour? People come in here and they moan. Half of them don't know how lucky they are. When was the last time you met someone who's just grateful to be alive? Sorry, that'll be your food. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? I mean, if the world really is so messed up, What difference can one life really make? Well, you're no Jimmy Stewart, and this is no It's a Wonderful Life. So I'm guessing your guardian angel's not going to turn up at your side anytime soon and order a flaming rum punch. But if you ask me, there are two kinds of people in this world. People who give life and people who inflict death. See, inside every person is a saviour and a murderer. In every choice, in all our dealings with people, we have the capacity to crush that person or to build them up. On the whole, people are quite fragile, really. I was feeling quite low today myself. I came out looking for hope. My advice, you look for hope, you'll find it. You'll not find it in the bottom of a glass. Shouldn't really say that, give them a line of work. Thanks, I suppose. Where do you go to find hope? Me? I go to the art gallery, the museums. I could lose myself for hours in the paintings and the sculptures. There's something about art that just lifts you. That and teaspoons. Teaspoons? Aye. I collect teaspoons. The interesting kind with a fancy handle. Usually causes a bit of a stir. Look, everyone needs a hobby. Find something that inspires you. Get yourself a hobby. You want to find hope? Think back to a time when you had joy. Find your joy. You might just find your hope.
That's it, Scott. Where does one find joy?
I was always a big fan of the cinema. I used to love going to the movies.
You Bobby Dazzler!
I think I might go to the cinema. You do that, pal. Lose yourself in something. Because most of the time, this world doesn't give hope. It just takes it away. I'm not really sure if I'm ready to believe that yet. That was delicious. They cooked them in an air fryer.
And so, inspired by the celluloid dream, Scott makes his way to the cinema, that temple of entertainment. Good idea, Scott. Think of the stars that inspired your younger days. De Niro.
You talking to me, eh? You talking to me?
Jack Nicholson.
You want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Get to the chopper!
Sylvester Stallone.
We did it!
And those epic adventures that fired up your imagination.
Your power is a real man. Strike me down and I should become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Throw me the CCR. Not this crude method.
You go, Scott.
You shall not pass! Don't you know yourself?
Yes, Scott. Your quest is no less than these. Go grab that dream.
Would you be willing, for one chance, to ride back to Longshanks and tell them that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom?
And so our intrepid hero enters the cinema foyer with more purpose than a hungry velociraptor.
Clever girl. Hi, I'm Laura. Welcome to Cinema World. How may I help you? Just looking to see what's on. You have the app? No? You have the loyalty card? No? What sort of film are you interested in then? Oh, just something I could lose myself in, I suppose. Well, that's a slasher horror flick. The fifth one in the franchise. Have you seen any of the others? I don't think so. Well, it depends very much if that's your thing. I mean, most of us don't go around stabbing, although you might feel like it inside.
Like on the way to work today, this guy was totally tailgating my car. I just wanted to get out of the traffic lights and stab his tires! Are there any comedies? Sure. That one's kind of a chick flick. You know, her boyfriend cheats on her, and she finds her true love whilst working as a trapeze artist in the circus, which is quite uplifting, I suppose, because if you've ever been cheated on, you'll find it's like your whole world is collapsing because someone you trusted just ripped the backside out of your existence so that you can barely function. Any action adventures? Sure, that one has CGI aliens decimating buildings and an elite team of special ops are brought in to stop them. Although you might wonder why. Because if ever aliens did decide to destroy the planet, it could be the best thing that we could ever hope for. Anything else? Oh yeah, would you like to buy some snacks?
Sure, what do you have?
Nachos, hot dogs, popcorn, sweet or salted, depending on your preference, crisps, sweets.
I'll have some salted popcorn, please. And a ticket for that movie with the aliens.
Sure. And a carbonated soft drink for you?
Yeah, I'll just have a cola, please.
Great. Is that a standard ticket, or it's on in 3D super screen in half an hour? Or IMAX in 45 minutes?
Well, I have to be home in time for tea, so...
Oh, because you have a family?
No, my wife's expecting a baby.
Oh, that's so cool. No, I'm so not there yet. Even if my boyfriend had stuck around, I'm still not there yet. But you seem like a nice guy, and, well, I do like babies, so I'm sure you guys are going to be just fine. Here's your popcorn, and there's your drink.
Oh, thank you. How long does this movie last?
It's 3 hours and 25 minutes, including the 25 minutes of trailers and adverts. And if you stick around to the end of the credits, there's a 15-second extra scene that links up to the multiverse established in the other 26 films and the 3 spin-off TV series.
I think I'm going to have to pass on that. I don't think I can see this film and make it for the bus home on time.
Oh, well, that's a shame. So that's going to be £12.79 for your popcorn and your drink.
That seems a bit expensive.
Sorry, sir, I don't make the prices, I just serve the customers. You could always carry it over there and watch the trailers on the TV in the foyer. Tap here to pay, please.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Oh, that's so kind. You know, most people just overlook you when you're in a service job. It's like you're just some sort of automaton there to serve their needs. Nobody ever thinks, hey, maybe she has feelings too.
Yeah, well, it's nice to be nice.
Well, I think that's so true. I think that every person is a person. Every person matters, except for maybe my ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, well, someone told me recently that we all have the capacity to give life or to inflict death. Maybe if we were all just a bit kinder, it might just make a difference to people.
Yeah, I think sometimes people are carrying burdens that are heavy enough without us adding to them.
I suppose, when you think about it, none of us actually chose to be here. I mean, we're all just some random accident, aren't we, eh? Some random happening, you, me, my wife, even our baby. I'm not complaining about my life, I'm just trying to rekindle some sense of hope.
Excuse me, sir. Actually, we're not that random. Actually, the chances of your existence are extremely unlikely. See, I'm a biology student, third-year biology student. I only work in the cinema on my days off. The fact is that every human being is incredibly unlikely to make it to even being an embryo, never mind making it to birth. You see, the truth is, out of about 200 million sperm cells, only one will actually join with the female's egg to form a baby. And that's only if it can survive being passed through walls of acidic mucus, white blood cells, and macrophages designed to destroy it on the way. Not to mention the 50-50 chance of going in the correct fallopian tube that actually contains the egg before breaking through the protective shell that surrounds it to form a baby. So you see, your very existence depends upon the survival of that 1 in 200 million microscopic cells that will determine your own unique genetic identity. So you even being here is something of a miracle, if you want to call it that. And that goes for you, me, your baby, and even my ex-boyfriend, unfortunately. I don't know if that helps you with the hope thingy, but it does kind of make you think. And by the way, if you're just feeling a bit blech, I find that exercise helps. I mean, get yourself a pair of running shoes. Go pump some endorphins, bust those low mood vibes. It helps me with my anxiety anyway. Here, there's a gym around the corner. I have the app. Body Pump Spin Crush starts in like 10 minutes. Physical exercise. Thanks, I'll think about it.
And so Scott leaves the cinema having seen no film, but having received a hefty lesson in human reproductive biology. As he goes back out onto the street, the sign for the gym beckons him. Images of tanned, muscular physiques seem to say, "You can do this, Scott. You've got this. Time for a bit of body pump spin fit."
Right, you lot. On your feet. Come on, you're hiding in the dark. Let's just breathe a little side. Your hands on your hips. And rotate. Yeah. Careful. Yeah. That's it. And work it. Now, stretch. To the side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Good. Pick up your feet. Nobody breaks tonight. That's okay. Feel the burn. And relax. Whew. Oh my goodness, she was right. Physical exercise really does help. I've never been to the gym before. I can really feel my heart pounding. I just want to thank you. I think you've really picked up my mood.
You'll be feeling low, yes? Physical exercise can help. It has also helped me. When I came here, I had trauma. It was not easy at first. Some people were kind, others not so much. They think foreigner, migrant, here to take our jobs, use our benefit system. I had to channel all my nervous energy into something positive. Exercise. And now I am fitness instructor. And I have hope. You have hope? Hope. Yes. Hope is something I have to look for every day. Some days it is easier than others. Some days hope lies well hidden. But I find it in the kindness of those that have welcomed me. And I look for it in my homeland, where one day I pray that there will be peace and I can return there. Until then, exercise, huh? Who? Feel the burn! Well, thanks for your encouragement and good luck with everything.
And so, the adrenaline still coursing through his system, and the sweat still fresh on the underwear sticking to his bum cheeks, Scott emerges from the gym, not quite having won the prize of his quest for hope, but feeling a little less blech.
Right. Look out, world. Here I come.
But who's this? Mind your new trainers, Scott.
Oh, sorry, pal. Mind your feet.
You might want to get inside. I think it might rain soon. Dark clouds overhead. Oh, gosh, is that the time? Oh, the old trouble and strife, is it, mate? The old ball and chain, eh? Oh, my wife's expecting. I promised I'd be home by 6. Oh, fantastic. Your life's about to change, mate. Big time. I love kids. Their perspective on the world is so different. Everything's new and exciting. They keep you grounded. Oh, yeah? You got kids yourself? One, a boy. Oh, he's fantastic. The old COVID pandemic I hardly saw any news. I was so busy staying up through the night, changing nappies. I'd have had more kids, but, well, truth be told, I just got out of prison. This is my work assignment, till I can get back into society, get a different job. Feels like I still have a big black mark on my forehead that says, unclean. Yeah, well, I'm sorry to hear that. No, mate. I made a mistake, didn't I? Going into a fight in a bar didn't end well. Look, I was drunk, I was hurting. My mum had just died. Doesn't matter how old you are, your mother is your mother, right? I'm sorry, but I believe that when someone gets sick, we look after them. We don't just bump them off because they become an inconvenience. All it took was one stupid, insensitive remark to tip me over the edge. 5 minutes with that twit changed my life. I've regretted it ever since. Well, don't be too hard on yourself, eh? I mean, we all make mistakes. Sometimes all we can do is just let go. Forgiveness is a powerful thing. Well, you know what they say, huh? You want forgiveness? Get religion! Look, I'm holding you up, mate. You get back to your missus and when your baby arrives, just you remember that this stupid ex-con was once someone's baby too. Babies are the future. We hold them and we hope that things are better for them. Well, doesn't seem to be an awful lot of hope around these days. It's what we make it, mate. Nice to meet you. God bless, and good luck with the kid.
As Scott makes his way to the bus stop, dodging the occasional fast food bike couriers that recklessly whiz past him as dinner time approaches, he reflects upon his quest for hope. Because remember, time and tide waits for no man. Carpe diem, Scott. Seize the day. On the street, you'll find it. Keep looking. There's tons of folk looking for it. Oh, I have to hope for better. Even the vote of one individual can make the difference in a world of indifference. Ants waiting to be fried under a giant magnifier. In every choice, in their dealings with people, we have the capacity to crush that person or to build them up. On the whole, people are quite fragile. Even being here is something of a, well, a miracle. Some days it's clear that. Some days hope lies well hidden, but I see it in the kindness of babies of the future. Yelden and Yelden thing the best. Amidst the cacophonous crescendo of noise, Scott longs for quiet. Just then, above the doorway of a nearby church, he spots a sign, "All welcome," and decides to enter into the silence.
Pilgrims of Hope, Jubilee year 2025. Hope does not disappoint.
You're right, son. Are you looking for confession?
No, I was just looking for somewhere quiet and your door was open.
I was just about to lock up, but I have one or two things that I can do before I need to close up shop. You take your time.
Thanks, I won't be long. I just saw the sign above your door, said something about hope.
Yes, this is the Jubilee year of hope. No, you actually walked in through the holy door. It's supposed to symbolize the end of a pilgrimage. Jubilee year brings extra graces, forgiveness, peace. Only comes around every 25 years. God knows I won't see the next one.
I've been searching for hope.
Any luck?
Well, I'm not sure. I think life just got to me. My wife was expecting a baby and the world just seemed so screwed up. I think I just got scared.
Are you sure you don't want me to hear your confession? Might help. There's nothing I haven't heard, believe me.
No thanks. I'm not churchy. I just saw the sign above your door. It said something about, like, hope does not disappoint. I mean, it seems kind of ironic when you look at what they did to him.
My hope is in the Lord, who made heaven and earth.
Is that a quote from the Bible?
Yes. And here's another one. I will praise you, Lord, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. You knew me, even in my mother's womb, when I was being fashioned in secret. See, we're all God's work of art.
You think that I should read the Bible?
Maybe. But the Bible's not a book, it's a library of books, some more easily read than others.
What about religion? Where do I start? Will I find hope in religion?
Difficult to say when you put it like that. I'm nearly 50 years a priest. God knows I should be retired by now, but we're a bit thin on the ground at the moment. Sure, they're bringing them over from Africa and India to help us out. Big fella who helped me come all the way from Nigeria. I think he'd agree with me when I say that some of the worst things I've ever heard have been done by people who claim to be religious. Sometimes in the name of religion. But you see, Christianity is not a religion. It's a faith. Our religion's all for nothing if we don't have faith and love in our hearts. I think that's what Pope Francis was getting at when he established this Jubilee year of hope, and what Pope Leo was trying to do since. I think we have to get back to basics, remind people what Jesus stood for.
Well, no offence, but I don't suppose that Jesus stood for a lot of the stuff that I hear about the church and the media. I mean, people like you, cut off from the world behind your four walls and your ivory tower with your old-fashioned values. Don't you know that the world outside is in a mess?
Maybe it is. And I've spent my life trying to help people in that mess. People on the edge of despair. People on the margins of society. People in poverty. People battling addictions. People who've been abused. Every day I visit the sick, I comfort the dying, I hear confessions, and I offer Mass for every suffering soul out there and in here. And I couldn't do it if I didn't believe in it. And if I didn't think that human beings are worth the effort. But last week, my church door was vandalized. Some horrible stuff written on it. Now, I could quite easily fall into despair, but I don't expect the world to treat me well. What did he say, The world hates you. It hated me first. Sometimes it feels to me like the last socially acceptable form of prejudice in our so-called tolerant society is against people of faith. Oh, it's all right to have a religion, but so long as you go with the status quo, abortion, euthanasia, same-sex marriage, whatever, the room to disagree is not there, and any difference of opinion is not welcome. Anyone can walk through that door and they're welcome here. But if we just sold out our values to be popular, we'd have no integrity left. Our hope is in something more. And I'm willing to risk your bad review for that, son.
Oh, hold on a minute. Your sign says, hope does not disappoint. How can you say that when you follow a man who died on a cross?
Sometimes, hope is the most unlikely outcome. Cross was nothing unusual. Lots of people died from crucifixion. Lots of people claimed to be the Messiah. What did he say on the cross? My God, why have you forsaken me? A lot of people think that's a cry of despair. A lot of people think Jesus just gave up hope at the last minute. We've all felt that way. But they're missing the point. Jesus was a Jew. He was completing the Passover. He was quoting the Jewish scriptures. Psalm 22, a psalm that also contains the words of his vindication. They will declare his righteousness, declare it to a people yet unborn. He has done it. Now, either God raised Jesus from the dead or he didn't. But whatever you choose to believe, there are over 300 historical references to Jesus in texts outside of the Bible. And 2,000 years later, we're still talking about him. Nobody remembers the other poor souls who died the same way. There's a lot of hope in that, son. That hope's enough for me. If it is true, then we're all loved. And no matter how messed up the world may be, you don't have to carry it on your shoulders. That's his job. But what do I know, I'm just a broken down old priest. One thing's for sure. We'll all find out the truth eventually, son. Me sooner than you, I reckon. Good luck, son. I'll leave you to your thoughts. You could try handing them over to him. Remember, doors always open.
Paula. Come home soon, my love. Pie's in the oven. Starting to have some twinges. Twinges? Convulsions? Pie's in the oven? I've got to get home. I wonder if she tried using the air fryer.
His heart pounding, Scott emerges onto the street and decides to hail a taxi.
Excuse me? Taxi!
Oh, Scott, look out!
Oh my God!
Welcome, Scott.
Where am I?
Currently, you're lying at the side of the road.
Am I dead?
Not quite. You're having an out-of-body experience.
Then I'm dying.
I didn't say that.
Wait, are you? Is this what it's like? Trapped in a darkened room for all eternity with a voice that sounds like the money supermarket adverts?
No, Scott. I'm your interior monologue.
Would you rather I sound like this?
Now you sound like Google Maps or Alexa.
My voice doesn't really sound like that. The sound of the voice doesn't really matter, Scott. It's a bit like Frank's story about the pie. The filling isn't relevant to the point of the story. What matters is the answer to your big question.
What big question?
The answer to your question of hope. Have you found it yet?
Well, I was getting somewhere, but then some ruddy bike courier knocked me off my feet.
Yes, it's a bit of a setback, but nobody likes a cold curry. Right now, you're in the back of an ambulance being rushed to hospital.
Oh my God!
Quite. That's what you said when you fell over and hit your head. In fact, those are the last words of almost every person when they make the transition. You know what they say, don't you? There are no atheists on an aeroplane that's about to crash.
Look, no offense, but I thought that you would be like, whoa! Well, if this is all there is after death, then there's not much hope in that either.
Ah, but you're forgetting you're not dead.
Look, I didn't mean to be ungrateful. One thing I have realised is that I have a lot to be thankful for. But we're about to welcome a baby into the world, and the world is so messed up. Where is the hope?
Have you figured it out yet? Hope isn't about feelings. It's not about you at all. Hope is outward. It's about believing in something better and trying to be that something for everyone else. Humanity might have conquered space and invented the internet, but has it really learned the secret to living? If it did, the hope you seek would be much more obvious.
But the sadness.
Sometimes there is so much noise, and bad news can drown out everything else. But there really is a lot of goodness in the world. Maybe it takes a pilgrimage like yours to recognise that. When was the last time you noticed a flower bloom, or gazed up at the stars and just marvelled at it all? Slow down. Take time to listen. Hope is visible in the goodness of everyday actions by ordinary people, in their voices and their stories.
The barman, the theatre guy with the ant thingies.
They still hope. The barman hopes someone will show up in his bar that day, and he smiled for the first time since his brother died because you were searching for something more than just a drink. The theatre maker hoped that someone would come and see his show. You did. That gave him hope that life was about more than just a big magnifying glass. He was just provoking you to think.
But the homeless person, the girl in the cinema.
You made their day. You listened to them. You showed compassion. Same with the guy touting for the election, the busker in the street, the fitness instructor, the road sweep and the priest. Sometimes hope is born from just listening and from being listened to, one at a time. Every human being deserves that hope, don't they, Scott?
Well, I hope so.
You hope so? There you go.
So that's it then. One at a time.
Be kind. Be patient. Love one another. It's really quite simple. Remember that and you won't be disappointed. Hope does not disappoint. Oh, and just one more thing. You forgot the Nutella and pickles, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Welcome back, Scott. I'm John, one of the doctors here at the hospital. You've had a lucky escape. Apparently some barman saw the whole thing from across the road and called an ambulance. Now don't try to rush things, please. You've been sleeping. Bad concussion. Now we'll just get a wee check on all your vital signs. And hopefully we'll get you home in a few days. My wife, Paula? Yes, she's here. In the hospital? Yes, in the maternity ward. Congratulations, you're a daddy. When? This morning. What a gift to the world, huh? A new baby. Speaking of which, I have to get home to my kids. You know, you were my last patient on this shift. The NHS is very stretched just now. I'm so glad to see you awake and to be able to give you the good news. You know, I better get home. Tea time. I have a wife, a mother-in-law, and 5 kids to feed. Thank God for air fryers. Oh, you should take this, Scott. Very important call for you. Hello, my love. I know. How are you? And the baby? A girl. We have a daughter. And the name? Hope. That's perfect.
Congratulations, Scott. And with that, a little light came on inside him. Now to discover the magic of blenders.